Welcome back for part number 2. So this one looks like this. It's got a little square hole in the center. So this one I can also do in one extrusion. I could do it in 2 and I could subtract the center, but I can accomplish this in 1 by just drawing the outer portion with a rectangle within a rectangle. So I'm going to do that. Make sure before you create a new part, new component, that your assembly is activated and not your component. So I'm going to make sure that this is activated. New component. I'm going to call it iso2. Notice how this one ghosts away. I'm going to click Create a Sketch, and I'm going to pick this plane over here. I'm going to maybe move myself off into this little space over here. And I'm going to draw a rectangle. And before I draw the inside of the rectangle, I think it'd be best if I made the dimensions of this whatever it is supposed to be. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares tall by 4 squares wide. Now you could use the math, 4 times 0.25, but we just did that and we know that it's 1 by 1. Now if you're smart, and you remember from my last video, I should have locked it to the origin first, and I didn't do that. So I'm going to literally press escape to make sure that I'm not drawing another rectangle, and I'm going to left click and I'm going to hold, and I'm going to drag and drop it to the origin. Bloop. And now it all became constrained because I made this coincident with this point. Alright. Now I'm going to teach you a tool called offset. Now I could draw another rectangle in here, and then I could make a distance between all of these two edges, one at a time, around the edge, from here to here is 0.25. I'm going to show you an easier way, don't do this. And I could do from here to here is 0.25, and I could do this all the way around until I'm done, but I'm going to undo. I'm going to show you an easier way. If you go up to where it says Modify and you go down to Offset, this allows you to click on any piece of connected geometry, so like for the square, and then if you drag this little arrow selection in, you can type in an offset distance, in this case 0.25, and it creates replicated or similar geometry on, in this case, the inside that is exactly that distance away. So in this case, 0.25. And then you can see that that dimension is consistent all the way around, just like we want. In this case, that works. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish my sketch. It's all constrained. It's black. And I'm going to extrude it. And I'm only going to pick this outside, not the inside. And I'm going to make it 1 square thick. In this case, 0.25. And there we go. Click Save. And now I'm going to go back to my assembly. This one's all done.